Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another day of distance learning. This is the second grade math DCPS learning packet video, and we're working on week 9, day 1. Can you believe that this is our last week together? So let's make it awesome. Now, we're going to be looking at our daily warm-up. Solve the following problem using the place value chart and standard algorithm. Here is the equation that we're looking at. 468 plus 207. First, we're going to solve it using the chip method. Then we will solve that same problem using the standard algorithm, or what we like to call the vertical form. So let's get started. I want you to start by solving it using the chip method. Please press pause. All right, so what we're going to do first, we had to draw out the number 468. I did that in green with 4 hundreds, 6 tens, and 8 ones. Next, I had to draw out the number, and I did that in the blue color. 207. Now, let's add them together. So, what I did, I was able to draw the numbers out first in 2 different colors. Then, I decided to add them together. As we can see, when I go to the ones place here, I'm able to add my 8 ones plus my 7 ones. But wait a minute, I can bundle a 10 because 8 ones plus 7 ones makes 15 ones. I bundle one 10 and I can make a new 10. How many do I have left? I have 5. Next, I go to the tens place. If I add 6 tens plus 1 10, I have 7 tens. Next, I go to the hundreds place. When I add 4 hundreds plus 2 hundreds, I end up with 600. Now, let's move on to the standard algorithm form. So, when I look at the standard algorithm form, I look at the ones place first. 8 plus 7 is 15. I put my 5 here in the ones place, and then I make a new 10. When I make that new 10, now I have to add that 10 to whatever's in the tens place. So 1 10 plus 6 tens is 7 tens. 400 plus 600, 400 plus 200 equals 600. So my sum is 675. If you said that 675 is the correct answer, you are correct. Let's go to the next slide. Today, we're going to be learning about different types of polygons. Polygons are two-dimensional shapes that are formed with straight lines. Now, what we have here are the different types of polygons. The first one we're going to look at is a triangle. In a triangle, I have 3 sides and 3 angles. Remember, each line that joins together at the tip of those lines where you have a corner makes an angle. So these are my angles, and I have 3 sides. Next, let's look at chart 2. That is called a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral, having that prefix quad means 4, has 4 angles. There's an angle here, here's an angle here, there's an angle here, there's an angle here, and 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to a pentagon. A pentagon is a 5-sided shape. It has 5 angles and 5 sides. So I have an angle here, angle here, an angle here, an angle here, 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 and here. When I have a hexagon is a 6-sided shape. It has 6 angles and 6 sides. All right, let's look at this anchor chart. We see that the sides, which are the straight lines that make the polygon, are marked in red. The angles, which are the corners where 2 lines meet, are marked with circles. Therefore, this shape has 7 sides and 7 angles. This slide helps us to know how to count the angles and the sides of a polygon. So let's try the Let's Try It section together. Identify the number of sides and angles of each shape. Circle the angles as you count if needed. The first one has been done for you. Remember, the angles are where the two lines meet in a polygon. All right? So the first one has been done for us. There are 3 sides and 3 angles. As you can see, the sides I have marked with red lines going through them, and I've circled the angles. Now let's go on to side B. Remember, we're going to circle the angles and mark the lines with a straight line. So in problem B, what I saw that I had 4 angles where the lines meet, the two lines meet, and I had 4 sides where I have marked the sides with a little tick or tally mark, or I'm sorry, a little mark. Let's go to shape C. All right, when we look at the shape for C, I have 6 sides that I circled in green, and I have 6 sides that I marked in red, and 6 angles, which I circled in green. Now let's go to part 2. It says study the shapes below, then answer the following questions. So I think it's probably best for me to mark them. Remember, we're going to circle the angles and we're going to put a line or a mark through the sides. Okay, so look at what I have done. What I decided to do is I decided to mark my angles and my sides. Remember, I mark my angles by making a circle. I mark my sides by putting a tick mark. So in my first shape, I found out that I have 3 sides and 3 angles. I also labeled it with numbers. So 3S means 3 sides, 3A, 3 angles. I did the same thing for B. I found out I had 7 sides and 7 angles. In C, I found out I had 7 sides and 7 angles. In D, I found out I had 4 sides and 4 angles. E, I found out I had 11 sides and 11 angles. And in F, I had 10 sides and 10 angles. Now I can answer the questions here below. So let me grab my pen. I'm going to use the color, let's use color I haven't used. Let's use purple. Okay, so it says, which shape has the most sides? Well, it would have to be E. It's E because E has 11 sides and 11 angles. Let's go to question B. Which shape has 3 more? I got to do some calculation here. 3 more angles than shape C. Well, if shape C has 7, 3 more. Let's see, that means it has to be bigger, a bigger number. So 7 plus 3 is 10. So my answer would have to be F. Let's look at the next one. The next one states that which shape has 3 fewer sides than shape B? Well, if shape B has 7 sides, and I'm looking for something that is fewer, so that means it's going to be a smaller number. So if I have 7 for B and I want to go 3 fewer, that would be 7 minus 3, which will give me 4. So my answer will be D. Let's look at the next one. How many more angles does C have than A? Well, C has 7 and A has 3. So if I want to find out how many more, I would say 7 minus 3, and that would be what? 4. So my answer is 4. Next, which of these shapes has the same number of sides and angle? Well, because we did such a good job of marking, I can see that B and C are both 7. So it would be B and C. They're the ones that have the same sides. Wow, you did a great job with this. So now we're going to look at part 3. Count the number of sides, angles for each shape to identify each polygon. The polygon's names in the word bank may be used more than once. Use the anchor chart on page 3 as a guide. The first one has been done for you. So, as you can see, I've already highlighted the prefixes of the names of the polygons because the prefixes tell us a lot about the size and the shape of a polygon. A hexagon has 6 sides, while a quadrilateral, quad, being that prefix, shows us that we have 4 sides. Tri means that we have 3 sides, triangle. And a pentagon means we have a 5-sided shape. Now, I want you to take a moment. I want you to circle your angles, and I want you to put a tick line on the sides. And we'll see which ones are hexagons, quadrilaterals, triangles, and pentagons. Please press pause. Okay, so I've marked all of my angles with circles, and I put a little tick mark on each one of my sides. So I can see that B has 3 angles and 3 sides. Therefore, it's a triangle. When I went to C, after I counted the sides, I found out that I had 5 sides and 5 angles. Therefore, C is a pentagon. When I looked at D, D has 6 sides and 6 angles. Therefore, it is called a hexagon. E is also a triangle because it has 3 sides and 3 angles. And last but not least is F. F is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. Please go to the problem set of the day. Okay, I have confidence that you guys are masters of the polygon. So I want you to try the problem set on your own. See you tomorrow for day 2.